So, first, let us begin with a brief introduction as to what is Agnihotra. Agnihotra is a healing fire, and which can be traced back all the way to the ancient science of Vedas. It is a process of purifying the atmosphere through a specifically prepared fire, which is performed at sunrise and sunset, and it has to be performed daily. And anybody in any walk of life can do Agnihotra, irrespective of caste, creed, community, gender. Anybody can perform Agnihotra, a very simple procedure. And the purpose is to heal the atmosphere and also in his the atmosphere in his or her own home. So thousands of people all over the world have experienced that Agnihotra reduces stress, it leads to greater clarity of thought, it improves overall health, it gives one increased energy, and it makes mind full of love. So today we will learn about the demonstration and also about the environmental impact of Agnihotra Homa. Uh, by and This will be presented by Dr. M. Narayan Rao. So before we go into his presentation, I would like to give a brief introduction about Dr. Narayan Rao. Sir, a very warm welcome to this session. Thank you so much for giving your time for this session. Dr. M. Narendra, he's retired as the director of NITTTR, Chennai. He has served in IIT Roorkee, NIT Durgapur as well, and he has authored several books, to over 270 papers and 6 books. Later, he has guided research in environmental engineering at JNTU, Hyderabad. He's worked on various environmental impacts of Homa, the ancient fire ritual. In fact, his work on Srisailam was presented in an international conference, and the paper published by him was translated into 18 languages. So, results of some of his experimental studies are presented today. Sir, would you take over, sir? Mr. Narendra, Dr. Narendra? Dr. Narendra, are you there? Hello? Huh. Yes, sir, Dr. Narendra. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Yeah, so I'm asking him to unmute.
Yeah, I unmuted that. Yes.
Yes, sir. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, now
Yes,
we
sir.
can
Yes,
hear.
sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. We
sir.
can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam, for your kind words of introduction. My humble pronouns to all the participants of the workshop. It's a noble cause, and I am sure that you will all enjoy this session and start doing Agnihotra regularly after seeing these proceedings today. I'll take a minute to explain how I got into this area of research on homas. Well, I had the good fortune of joining a group of 10 scientists and bankers in Hyderabad who used to go regularly to Srisailam to conduct Chandi Homa during Navratri for 10 days. And this we started doing from 2001 to 2010, for 10 years continuously. And we observed lots of interesting things during these 10 years. One thing that is very, very clear was that on the 10th day, before 24 hours after Purnahuti, there would be a heavy rainfall. Without any break, it occurred all the 10 years. Then we found the people, the animals, the cows particularly, the plants and the vegetation there is much healthier than the surrounding areas. So this prompted us to go a little deep into the scientific aspects of Homa. Because as Madam explained just now, we know the results of Homa. It's all for us to see. But then what is the science behind it? These days, unless you prove it scientifically, nobody will start believing in that. So to take care of that aspect, we thought we will take and do some research work in this area and bring out some results which can convince the people who do not believe in Homam and things like this. So that was the idea behind the research. And I would like to present a few of the conclusions we arrived at the end of that research. Now, Madam has explained already that Agnihotra is a process of purification. The process is first, the atmosphere gets purified first because of Homa, and we get purified atmosphere. So that is the process of treatment or healing that is going on because of Agnihotra. So we studied different types of offerings made to Agnihotra and their effect on the human beings in great detail. The studies we made in Srisailam was particularly regarding the Chenni Homam, which we conducted for 10 days. Now, when we add an ingredient to fire, we all know that the first thing that happens is combustion. When combustion takes place, the first product of combustion is carbon dioxide. So here also we had carbon dioxide produced in small quantities, but this carbon dioxide gets mixed with aromatic vapors that come out of cow's ghee and other ingredients which we keep on putting in the air, in the homum. And that results in the production of a cerebral stimulant, which will take care of the brain cells. And more brain cells will be opened up because of this stimulation. And it is found that some of the mental disorders could disappear if somebody is exposed to this sort of Homa atmosphere. The second aspect of Homa is that when we add cow's ghee, the colloidal molecules of cow's ghee attract and grab pollutants in the air. And these molecules, when they settle down and meet the soil, they would alkalize the soil. So the alkalized soil will be able to supply nutrients more effectively to the plants and the vegetation. As a result of that, there is improvement in the crop of the plants and other trees located in that Homa atmosphere. Go to the next one, please. Next, the third aspect is the sonic vibrations. While performing the Homa, we recite mantras of different types drawn from different Upanishads. The sonic vibrational input given through chanting of mantras, which are regulated in direction, force, timing, and modulation. This should also help the process of purification of the surroundings. Because you might have heard Vedic chanting, you have three levels of modulation normally: Udatta, Anudatta, and Swarita, three swaras. So because of this modulation, the frequency and the wavelengths of the sound waves traveling and occupying the atmosphere will be different at different times. And the overall impact of this is to purify the environment surrounding us. Next one, please. Next slide, please.
1 second.
Analysis of Homa ash using atomic absorption spectrophotometer was done after the Chenni Homa was done. Now, actually, we have collected samples of particulates, samples of gases, and then the bottom ash, and analyzed for different parameters. The samples of particulates are collected and tested for the percentage of PM 2.5 and PM 10 size. PM 10 means particulates of 10 micron size and above. PM 2.5 means 2.5 micron size particles. Similarly, gases like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxides, carbon monoxide, ozone, etc., those which are released during Homa, those samples also are taken and then analyzed, and then we quantify the gases that are emanated from the Homa. Similarly, we collected Homa ash from the bottom of the Homa pit. And then there we found zinc oxide and manganese oxide. Both these products are good for our health. Zinc oxide is good for skin. If you look at the skin ointments, all skin ointments, you find 5% of zinc oxide added to that. So it's good for skin. Manganese oxide is good for the bone structure, regulation of blood sugar levels, and for normal functioning of brain and CNS, central nervous system. So both these are the useful products that come out of the ash. So that ash can be usefully spent in curing diseases via the soil. If you add the soil to the with the ash, you get enriched soil, and the vegetation and plants that come out of that soil will have these effects, and they can purify the environment, number one, and they can also heal the human beings. These are the two effects of this. Next one, please. The other aspect is pathogenic bacteria and their reduction. Now, we all know that most of the diseases are because of bacterial infections, and we call them as pathogenic bacteria because they generate pathos. So, such pathogenic bacteria which are present in the air, atmospheric air, the soil, and water can be reduced to a great extent. This we have done a number of times on different occasions by keeping these samples near the Homakund and also one controlled sample outside, and by finding the difference in the pollution levels, the reduction in the pathogenic bacteria was found, and it was approved beyond doubt by many other researchers also who have worked in this area. Ash added to soil speeds up germination of seeds. This is again another interesting observation. Also, it would add to the nutrients of the plants, because we know about 75% of the nutrients to the plants and soil, they come through the atmosphere. So by purifying the atmosphere and making it more nutritious and fragrant through Homa, we are providing a type of protective coating to the plants. So you are saving the plants and the vegetation through the process of Homa. So that is the major impact of Homa on the plants. Next one, please. In the Homa atmosphere, health of cows and animals was found to improve considerably in terms of muscle development, weight at birth, and mortality rate. Normally, these are the three parameters based on which the health of the cows and animals is decided. So in all these parameters, muscle development, weight at birth, and mortality rate, we compared the health of cows and other animals in the Homa atmosphere near Homakund, in that campus, and in other campuses where Homa was not done. So by comparing this, we came to the conclusion that Homa atmosphere is conducive for the health and well-being of cows and animals. Similarly, earthworms, which are the friends of the farmers, they are found to multiply at a higher rate in Homa atmosphere compared to other areas. So our experimental studies on impact of Homas on fish, frogs, rats, rabbits, bees, etc., they also gave very, very encouraging positive results. Next one, please. Next slide, please. Diseases of pests are controlled by Homa organic farming in many experiments. Now, one of our major problem with our crops is the pests, and we go on adding pesticides and create more pollution. So instead of doing this act of polluting the soil and the plants, we can control the pests by organic farming using Homa ash. Agnihotra is found to reduce stress levels in human beings and have an effect on psychological parameters in human beings. So that's the reason why through Homa, many of the mental diseases were cured. you might be seeing lots of advertisements on doing homas and how they would help in rejuvenating people and then bring them back to the normal health over a period. When Agnihotra fire is burnt, there is not only energy from the fire, but there is a subtle energy created by the rhythms and mantras as well. As I said earlier, the sonic vibrations created will add on to the energy from the flickers of the fire and also the fire energy, and the total prana energy in the atmosphere will be doubled over a period, and as a result of that, there will be purification of atmosphere and the healing up of people who are near the Homa atmosphere. Next one, please. So, by many experiments, people have proved that health and well-being of humans, animals, plants, and birds can be improved wherever homas are conducted. Now, another important observation we made in Srisalem particularly to explain why rain was occurring on the 10th day is this. We have what is called cloud condensation nuclei. Many of you must have heard about the cloud seeding process, artificial cloud seeding to create artificial rain. Now, that artificial rain is full of chemicals because we send silver iodide particles into the water bearing clouds up above, and then they form as cloud condensation nuclei and cause the rains. So this HOMA result, which results in rains, has got a similar mechanism. The exact mechanism is still to be found because a lot of research is yet to be done in this area. A similar thing is happening here. Perhaps the particulates which are going up would go and act as cloud condensation nuclei, and then cloud seeding is taking place. And as a result of that, there will be heavy rainfall. And then we have done some work in the detailed analysis of the gases that come out of the Homa fire. And we use sophisticated equipment like gas chromatography and mass spectrometry. And we found that fatty acid esters and carboxylic acid esters are found in gases. These two gases can reduce the virulence of viruses, which is very important now because we are fighting with viruses. And this is one clue. And that is how HOMAs can help in reducing the virus virulence and reduce the COVID-19 cases. Next one, please. We have done a yajna in Nagpur. It's a Pajjani Yaga conducted by our team there. And we involved the prestigious National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, Nagpur, and their scientists in the collection and analysis of emissions from the Homakund. And the results support the hypothesis on virus removal through yagas. So I am trying to present some of those observations in the next few slides. Can I have the next one, please? Yeah. This is the gas chromatograph and mass spectrometry data of Havan egg sample. This Havan was conducted for 5 days, and then you can see the data in the graph below. The peaks represent the appearance of a particular compound. The compound can be identified by the peak at which the place at which the peak occurs, and that's how we got this result. The possible groups which are present in the gases that come out of the Homakund are fatty acid ester, carboxylic acid ester, next one, and PAH. Next one, please. Next. PAH is polycyclic. Yes. Just the next one. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. So they are also present. So all these three compounds are anti-cancerous, number one, and then they are antioxidants. So that's the greatness of this. So when such gases with antioxidant and anti-cancerous properties emanate from Homa, you can imagine the amount of health benefits you get out of Homa. Next one, please. Yes. We also did some work in BTM layout Bangalore during 2015. We tried to compare the reduction of particulate matter, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide at the Homa site when we add different types of ingredients. The first data shows when we add dry fruits, milk, wheat, and ghee used in Homa during that Parjanya Homa, it was recorded that the PM10 reduced from 4,673 micrograms per cubic meter to 308 micrograms per cubic meter. Almost about 85 to 90% reduction is observed. Similarly, PM2.5, particulate matter of 2.5 micron size. Similarly, carbon dioxide was reduced and carbon monoxide was also reduced. Next one, please. When we use some other ingredients in the second set, we like wood, cow dung, kheer, yellow mustard, amrutballi, and apamar. When we use this in Homa, we found this sort of change. There is a definite reduction, but then there is a slight change in the percentage removal of particulate matter and carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So these three sets of data shows that there is a definite reduction in the particulates and also there is a reduction in the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide levels surrounding the Homa, which is beneficial to the health and well-being of the people, plants, animals, and the environment in general. Next one, please. Next one, please. Well, this is an area of research where we need hundreds of people, devoted people, and also lots of money involved in doing yagas. And I had to acknowledge the help and support received from different organizations and people during our studies. So, Sridevi Vyadavidyalayamu, Srisailam, was the first place where we did Chendu Yoga for 10 days to conduct detailed studies. Then Sri K.C. Raju of Prakriti Foundation, Bangalore, supported us in all our experiments in Bangalore, Mysore, Nagpur, Latur, Delhi, Noida, and so on. Then the Sivaraj Dharne, another philanthropist, he helped us with the Nagpur Yajna. And we made use of the contacts he had in Niri and in the contacts he had with politicians from Nagpur. Then we had Pandit Nanaji Kale, the priest who conducted this, Dr. Ramaya, a scientist from Bangalore who helped us, Pandit Sanat Kumar, who did yagas in Bangalore, Mrs. Geetanjali of Agnihotra group, then Adi Samaj people from Delhi, then Dr. Venkat Chaganti from Vedas World in USA, and Dr. Ulrich Beck from Germany. These are the people who helped us in many of our experiments. Now, incidentally, with Dr. Venkat Chaganti's help, we did some work on reduction of COVID-19 cases by conducting homas. This was done in Hyderabad. For 45 days, there was a homa which was called Vishanu Mukta Srauta Mahayajna. And this was repeated in Rajahmundry and Vizag for about 19 days. And in all these cases, it was found that the number of COVID-19 cases was drastically reduced during the period and a little over after completion of these homas. In fact, Dr. Chaganty did a lot of work in US, in Atlanta, where he proved that homas can reduce the virulence of virus in the air. And then a lot of scientists, professors and students of JNTU Hyderabad, IITs, IIT Delhi, Guwahati in particular, and NEERI Nagpur, there is National Environment Engineering Research Institute, Nagpur, and many more friends and well-wishers supported us in the task. And this is, in a nutshell, the work we have done in the area of impact of homas on the general environment and on human beings in particular. I thank you very much, organizers, for giving me this opportunity, and I'll be very happy to answer your queries depending on the time that is available to us, because there's a demonstration coming up which has got to be done at the exact sunset. So time is very important. So if need be, we'll get into the question answer session through the chat box. I thank the organizers once again for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Namaste.
Sir, thank you so much for that insightful session. I think we have 5 more minutes before, if there are any questions related to the environmental impact, people can type in the chat box. Bindu,
Sure.
Bindu, you are able
Yes.
to, Bindu? Bindu,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And
So,
also, I think Professor Harichandra had some question. He has just typed something. Or in case there's anybody else, you can just read that.
I have a question. So,
Yes.
sir, namaskaras and thanks for taking the session. You mentioned about Udatta, Anudatta, Svarita and the modulation. So, could you just throw a little bit of light on that?
Namaste Bhagavan Visveswaraya Mahadevaya Triambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya. No? We have 3
Sir,
levels of modulation.
that is not about Veda mantras. We have also learned, sir. So, what is the impact of that on this, the homam and the interrelation of those things is what I want to understand.
No, that's what exactly I'm telling you. See, it's a question of energy now. You know, see, any sound you produce creates an energy in the environment, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
Udatta, Anudatta, and Swarita are the 3 levels of modulation which they use in Vedas, and they produce different energy levels.
Yes.
Okay, a combination of that. I mean, the mantras are made in such a beautiful way that that combination brings in the maximum energy in the environment.
Oh.
So that is and then that is an additional input to the Homa process. Homa by itself has got a charge. Homa gives out pranic charge, pranic energy, right? So this will add on to that pranic energy.
Yes.
That's our idea.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bindu, any other questions that you can see in the chat box? Bindu? Sir, Abhishek Tunga has a question. Sir, this is regarding the Homa ash usage. Is it, they say that it has medicinal value. So can it be used for, can it be used in water for drinking after Homa is performed?
Yes, actually, Agnihotra Homa, it all depends on the ingredients you keep there. So different homas use different ingredients, as we know. Somayaga is differently, and then you have Chandi Yaga, we have different. Like, you know, in Chandi Yaga, in fact, there are 13 chapters. At the end of each chapter, there will be a fruit given. So you start with the wood apple, then you go to pomegranate, then banana, coconut, areca nut, and so on. So a combination of all this is what you get as the ash at the end of the homa. So it has the medicinal properties of all these fruits and ingredients there. So there are methods of using this. Basically, first thing they do is to wear this as vipuji. Is the first thing they do. The second is take a small pinch of it and then put it on your tongue and then drink water. And if the dose is to be increased, perhaps you can have a glass of water and then take maybe quarter spoonful of ash and mix well, and then add any other thing you want, and then can definitely help in improving the health and well-being. Did I answer your query?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Sir, there is one more question. What is the significance of sunrise or sunset time on the chemical effects, sir? Any can we?
At sunrise and sunset, you have maximum energy input on the earth at the exact sunrise and exact sunset. So that's the reason why we want to make use of that time and the timing.
Okay, okay. That was the question from Professor Harichandra from MS Ramaya College. And there is one more question about how Agnihotra can improve the yields in agriculture. This is from Mr. Uday Kumar Kolimat. Sir?
Agriculture. Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Agnihotra in agriculture. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
in India, what is called Homa organic farming has become a big subject of study. You might have heard of Ulrich Burke, Dr. Burke of Germany. He did a lot of work on this, and he propagates this all over the world. I had the opportunity to meet him in Pune conference, and then he came here also to Bangalore to meet us. So the mechanism there again is when you add the Homa ash to the soil, it enriches the soil, number one, and then the earthworms also would multiply. The nutrients also will be added on to the system. So naturally, the crop yield will be better. Agricultural income, output will be more. So that is a basic mechanism.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I think it is time now. Today, the sunset is at 6 o'clock, so 6 p.m. So let us start with the demonstration. And for our demonstration, we have with us Mrs. Gayatri Vidyasagar, who is an IT consultant, and she's also a musician and a gamaka artist. And we have Mrs. Uma Devi. She is the head of Agnihotra wing of Vriksha World Foundation, and she's also an Agnihotra teacher, and she's a practitioner for over 18 years. Mrs. Uma Devi. She's also here, and Mrs. Gayatri Vidyasagar is also here. Gayatri ji, are you ready for the day? Hello, Mrs.
Yeah, I'm
Gayatri.
ready. So
I have
I
only
have to
one.
go
I have
on
only one
the.
request, ma'am.
I have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Whatever questions are coming on chat box, if you can save and
Yeah,
send
Mute.
we'll
Yeah, I'm
take it up
coming.
later.
Wait 1 minute. Disconnect
We'll take it
audio.
up. Sir, we'll take it up later after the home. After the demonstration, we will do this thing. After the demonstration, we will take up the question. We will take up some more questions. So in the meantime, by the time Mrs. Gayatri, you please, like you can start preparing yourself.
Sir, yeah, can you show? Can you see me? Can you remove this PPT and put
Yeah, I'll do
show
that.
people? Show people
Yeah.
so that my Vidyasagar can show the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Start
can
it.
we can? Yes, madam.
Yeah. Just 1 second.
So in the meantime, I'll just give a brief introduction about Gayatri ji. Gayatri
ఎక్కడ
Vidyasagar, she has worked in the IT industry
ఇక్కడ
in
అయిందే
various
బట్ ఇది ఇట్లా
pharma
చూపిస్తా
companies,
ఏమే
and she has currently she's working as an IT and management consultant, and she's trained in South Indian classical music as well as Gamaka. And she had the fortune of performing with Gamaka Kala Parishad president and who's a legend, Gangama Keshavamurthy, as Vyakyanakaru. She's also deeply interested in Kannada literature, and she's learned Veda mantras, Upanishads, Suktas, and her spiritual guru is Kaipa Sheshadri ji. And Srimati Uma Devi, she is the brain
ఇక్కడ
and the drive behind this initiative of ours. And she is heading the Agnihotra wing of Ushravar Foundation.
లేవు
She has been
వచ్చేసేది
practicing
డిస్కనెక్ట్ ఆడియో రైజ్
Agnihotra for over 18 years.
బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్
She has
has
guided and
meetings.
inspired over 1,000 students. She's also given a demo in various forums, prestigious forums, and she is the founder. She was also the founder and principal of School of Performing Arts. Gayatri ji, any issues?
Yeah, actually, I can only show, probably you will have to hold it like this, Andy. Maybe you will have
Yeah.
to hold it like
So let us show
this.
the,
Can you?
in the meantime, let us show what are the samagri,
Yeah,
the ingredients.
I'm not able to, change the view to the show what is in the front for some strange reasons. So, wait, I got it. I saw it. Yeah. Just show
Okay.
this. Yeah.
No issues. That's okay. Yeah. So the samagri that is required. So we have a homa kunda. It's all been set up. So Agnihotra patra is there, which is placed on a stand, and we also have a copper tongs, and there is also a cup which is filled with grains, and there is also ghee, desi cow dung ghee, which is required for the ahuti. So it is ideal that the Agnihotra has to be started a few minutes before the sunset. So first we need to prepare the fire. So a flat piece of cake, a dried cow dung cake is placed at the bottom of the copper pyramid. So that is placed. You have to arrange the pieces of dried cow dung which have been coated with ghee. So it is already ready. She's made it ready. Which is already coated with ghee, and and you have to apply a little desi cow ghee on small pieces of desi cow dung, and then it can be lit. So insert this lighted piece of cow dung in the pyramid. So just to make it easier for people who are just starting, who are unable to start the fire, like you can use organic camphor or cotton wick. So for the purpose of this demonstration we are using, so that it is just easier to start the so that the cow dung cake catches fire. Some people even use a handheld fan to help the flame. However, you should not blow through the mouth to avoid bacteria from the mouth getting into the fire. And it is also strongly advised not to use any mineral oil or any other similar material to start the fire. At the exact time of sunrise and sunset, when the offerings are made, the fire should be fully ablaze. So we still have a few more minutes to go for almost 6:58, 5:58. So, madam, you can start the fire. You can.
Yeah.
So what?
So this is also the paddy. You can show that it's smeared with ghee.
Yeah. So this is a grain which is already smeared with ghee. It is we give two ahutis at a time. So the paddy that is taken, you can take 2 pinches of paddy, one for each ahuti. Each is coated with already with ghee. Yeah. Yes, madam. Yes, fine. You can start the.
Om 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 Shanti.
So there is a mantra that has been prescribed for Agnihotra, for performing Agnihotra. There are in fact 2 sets of mantra. Maybe we can just post it in the group also. Agnihotra morning mantra is Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. This is the morning mantra, and the evening mantra is Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. Maybe one of you can post it in the chat box of the group, so that people. So in the chat box, we are just posting the mantras for the so that and people who are already on the WhatsApp group also, we will be sharing the step-by-step procedure and the mantras that are to be that are to be chanted. So you can see that slowly it is setting ablaze the cow dung, and the cow dung is the fire is catching.
Sharda, you can mention about the camphor, pachakarpura that you can use. Yeah.
So organic camphor can also be used. Organic camphor can also be used. We have to avoid chemical camphor, which is available in most of the puja bandars. So to start the fire, but it is ideal if the cow dung is smeared with ghee and directly with a diya from a diya, you can uh, light the for the Agnihotra. So the mantra has already been shared in the WhatsApp group. So most of you, I think, are part of this Agnihotra WhatsApp group.
Okay.
In case you are not, you can just send a message to this number 93, which will put in the chat box. Agnihotra. So you can personally send a message that if you're not a part of this group, so that you can get the information related to Agnihotra. So in case so we just typed in the number 937991848. I once again repeat 937991848. This is the WhatsApp number, and in case you are not a part of the group, you can just send a request. You will be added to the group, and the information related to Agnihotra will be shared. And we have also shared a PNG file, which is the mantra. So you can directly download from that as well. So now you can see that its fire is glowing, and you have just 5 more minutes to go. Yeah.
You can also add ghee if in case it is required. Add a little bit of ghee, as required if the fire is going off.
So Agnihotra mantras are to be repeated only once, and only 2 offerings at each Agnihotra performance. So it is this is just a 5-minute procedure, 5 to 10 minutes. If
And Sharda, you can mention that they shouldn't put the match stick.
that's right. So kindly ensure that any matchstick or any other materials are not added to the Agnihotra fire. So like how Dr. Narayan Rao mentioned, it is very important the samagri that is to be used for the Agnihotra has a specific kind of an effect. So it whatever is prescribed and whatever is prescribed by our text is to be followed. So it makes sense to use cow dung, cake, ghee, and this is from mind you that this is the desi cow dung. This is not from HF or Jersey cows, and even desi cow ghee and the grains. So the grains are to be from any monocot. Some traditions even have they use wheat grains also, but traditionally in India paddy is available. So that which can give, that which can germinate, that which can give life is generally used. Yeah, madam, I think it's time up. You can, madam, you
Yeah.
can do. Yes.
Okay, I can chant and tell that. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Agnaye swaha, Agnaye idam namama, Prajapataye swaha, Prajapataye idam namama.
So after each Agnihotra, we have to, it is recommended that you can spare few minutes and you can sit for meditation. You can sit quietly at least till the fire extinguishes itself. Agnihotra creates a medicinal and a healing atmosphere. If possible, the Agnihotra pyramid and the energy resulting from the Agnihotra process is best left undisturbed until the next Agnihotra time, if that is possible in your place. So that, when you are doing the next Agnihotra in the morning, you can empty the ash using your right hand and you can store it in a bag or a box or a glass jar. You can even store it in a clay pot. The ash from the Agnihotra fire is extremely medicinal, like how Dr. Eman Rao mentioned earlier. So the same process has to be repeated in the morning as well. But the mantra is Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So it is just once. You don't have to repeat multiple times. Just once would do. And after that, you can sit in meditation. Umaji, in case there is some people had mentioned that in case they miss Agnihotra, what is the alternative to that? Madam Uma Devi, ma'am, you are on mute. Ma'am, you are on mute. You're on mute, ma'am.
Okay.
Namaste. Thank you, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you. Please tell me. Tell us, ma'am.
Eh, Yes, Agni, yeah, what is your question?
We are talking in case people miss any Agnihotra ritual either in the morning or in the evening, there is an alternate which is prescribed, which is called as Vyakriti Homa. Can you please share the information how it is to be done?
Vyakriti Homa is only 4 offerings, only ghee. There is no rice or anything like that. Only ghee is offered. Anytime you can perform a Vyakriti Homa. There's only 4 mantras for that. First one is, shall I?
Ma'am, you can repeat it. We will put it in the chat box.
Bhuhu Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama. Bhuhu Swaha, you give an offering. You chant Agnaye Idam Namama. Bhuva Swaha, Vayave Idam Namama. Swa Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama. Bhuva Swa Swaha, Prajapatiye Idam Namama. These are the 4 offerings. Whenever you miss Agnihotra, the timings you miss, you can do this anytime. You got it?
Yes. Amma, can you please repeat it very slowly so that we can just type it in the
Bhuhu
chat box?
Swaha,
1 second. Bhuhu Swaha.
Agnaye Idam Namama.
Agnaye idam namama.
Bhuva Swaha,
Bhuva swaha. Vayuve
Vayave Idam Namama.
idam namama.
Swa
Idam
Swaha,
swa swaha.
Suryaya Idam Namama.
Swaswaha Suryaya idam na mama.
Bhur Swa Swaha.
Bhur Bhuva Swa Swaha. Bhur Bhuva Swa
Prajapataye idam namama.
Swaha Prajapataye idam na mama. So this is called as Vyakriti Homa. Once again, we'll repeat. This does not need any. This has to be performed only with ghee.
Yes, any timings you can do. There is no
It this can be performed anytime.
as Agnihotra.
Huh? Can you
Agnihotra,
repeat it, ma'am?
Jalatra, it is not fixed time for this. You can
Okay.
perform it anytime.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So now you can see that the fire is set ablaze and it's very beautifully burning.
Yes. And one more thing I want to share.
Amma, you can you can share whatever you wanted to say.
Agnihotra ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? Shall I speak in Kannada? Is that okay?
You can speak in Kannada. We can.
Okay. This Agnihotra, it has to be performed in copper vessel only. There is a specific dimension and measurement of that copper vessel.
Okay.
So it has to be performed in copper vessel only. Agnihotrake, there is five important things. First one is copper vessel, copper metal. Second is cow dung cake, ghee, rice, and mantra. And the timing is much more important. Timing is morning, sunrise, and sunset. That is the time when the cosmos, there is a lot of changes in the cosmos. And at that time, there will be energy different. And we have to do that at that time. These five are the important things. Copper.
Can we? We'll just type in those things. The five important elements. The five important. Can you repeat it, madam?
And morning we give ahuti to Surya and Prajapati. It protects us for 12 hours. That is when we perform, till we perform our evening Agnihotra at sunset. We offer for Agni and he protects us for another 12 hours. So it is a cycle.
Okay. Okay.
ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸಂಜೆವರೆಗೂ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸನ್ರೈಸ್ ವರೆಗೂ ನಮಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
Okay. So Tejaswini Hedji has there is a question from Tejaswini. How many times we have to chant the mantra? It is only once. Only once.
Only once.
So there are two ahutis like we mentioned earlier. Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama. When we chant Swaha, that is the time the ghee has to be offered, the ghee and the grains. Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. This is the second portion of the ghee you offer. So this is only once you need to chant this evening mantra. So morning mantra is very similar. Instead of Agni, it is Surya. So Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So that is for So this has been shared in the chat box also. We have shared a PNG file.
And you can offer rice also. It's not specifically mentioned paddy. Rice also we can, what we use regularly, but it should be unbroken rice. Take out adeno nuchella tegdaakbittu full grain, 2 pinch of grain with this cow dung cake. You can offer direct rice also, if not paddy.
Okay. And there is a question from Manju BG. Any specific direction to perform in the morning
Yes,
and in
morning
the evening?
it is east only. Evening also you can see to the east window, except the west and south. These two directions are okay, north and east.
There
East,
is a mess. Okay. Okay.
east is first one.
Okay.
Second,
Okay.
and anyone
Madam.
can perform ಎನಿವನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ದಿ ಹೌಸ್. ಈಗ ಮನೇಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಯಾರೋ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲ ಜಾಯಿನ್ offering will be by one person. Sit together.
Okay. Okay. Madam, another question. There is a from Indukala. Madam, is there any specification of how many days we have to do?
It's a lifetime.
So for how many years you have been performing, madam?
I've been performing past 18 years and I will continue also.
Okay. So what do you do when you travel?
I carry.
Okay.
I carry my Agnihotra kit.
Okay. Okay. And can we face west in the evening? Can we face west in the evening? It is not recommended to face west in the evening. Morning, east, and can we face west in? There is a question from Vimal Jain. Can we
Avoid
face
west.
west? Avoid west. It is to be avoided.
Only
So there,
first one is east. Next you can face north. West and south no.
Madam, one more thing. There is a question from Tejaswini. Is it mandatory to perform both times, morning and evening? Is one
sure.
time enough? Is one time enough?
No, ಎರಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. Because morning Surya, he protects you for 12 hours. That mantra effect will be for 12 hours. Okay.
Okay.
Next Agni you offer, he will protect you for another 12 hours. It's a cycle.
Okay. Okay.
You have to
Fine.
perform. ಅದೇ ಅದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ by that time it will be 8 or 9. You just freshen up and do Vyahruti.
Okay. 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 So Vyahruti Homa is the same procedure, but without.
Without rice and whatever. Only ghee. Only ghee and only 4 offerings.
4 offerings. Okay. Okay. Let me just take some more questions.
Yes, you can take.
Yeah, so there is one more question. Can you perform during monthly cycles, menstrual periods?
Sorry. The others in our ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗದಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಡ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಿಂದ they can do it.
So it is not recommended that so avoid during.
Yes, it's at that time the energy level will be different and it affects on the health of the person. So it's better to avoid during periods and some family linear ಆದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ.
Okay, so anybody from the family, anybody else can perform in lieu of them not being able to perform. And there is a question. Okay, there is Mr. Sunil Sharma here. Very happy that you have to get connected with you, sir. He's been performing. He's from Bhopal, and he's been performing Agnihotra since last 20 years. And in the past 20 years, he has never suffered any disease or fever. And it is the miracle of Agnihotra. That's very good to hear, sir. That's very good to hear. And there is one question from Savi Yoga. Whether we can perform Vyahruti only every day, since we are not able to practice in the
Yes,
time of sunrise and sunset.
Yes, you can do.
And when we travel.
Hello?
So if you don't perform, is it going to affect? Is a question by Pratibha Prasanna.
No,
if you travel,
we will have a feeling that we have missed out something.
Yeah, so you are doing it for your own well-being. So if you don't, yeah, so that way it is like you. It's a feel-good. So you can definitely feel the difference if you miss out Agnihotra for. Hello.
You make it your lifestyle should be like that. We have to do it. We do it. It is a habit or your lifestyle like that.
Okay.
One the question. I'm sorry, I had to unmute myself.
Because we all talk so much. But what are we doing for that? ಅಂದಾಗ we have to do this. If ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಗ್ನಿಹೋತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ನನಗೇನು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ is not the benefit for me personally, the benefit for the atmosphere, for the planet ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Personal benefits ಅಂತ we should get like that. If the,
Sorry, Mama, one second. I think there is some disturbance. Who's somebody's phone is on? I think they're on two devices.
This is
Who is this? Hello. Yes, madam. Who is this? Deepa, everybody is on mute, right? Yes, ma'am. You can continue. Yeah. Amma, you were saying about missing Agnihotra. Not recommended to miss Agnihotra. There is also a question about Agnihotra kits. You can get in touch with us. Anybody who wants to order Agnihotra kit from from Lukshaur Foundation. The contact number is given by Bindu Subramani, and so the number is given. So kindly get in touch through WhatsApp on this number, and we will share the details of the Agnihotra kit. Is Vyahruti done using ghee or cow dung cake with ghee? Please clarify. Vyahruti Homa should be done with cow dung cake with ghee or only ghee?
cow dung cake ಹಾಕ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಫೈರ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. You have to use cow dung cakes.
Yeah, so just Amma, can you quickly explain Vyahruti Homa for Pratibha Prasanna? There is another question. Vyahruti process, quickly explain Vyahruti process.
Vyahruti is 4 offerings. First one is Bhuva Swaha Agneya Idam Namama, Bhuva Swaha Vayave Idam Namama, Swa Swaha Suryaya Idam Namama, Bhur Bhuva Swaha Prajapatiya Idam Namama. It is not Namaha, it is Namama, not mine.
Na mama means it does not belong to me, it is not mine.
Yes.
It belongs so we are just giving this offering to Prajapati. Yes.
It as Namaha, it is not Namaha, Namama.
Okay.
Sharda, shall we stop
Yeah.
showing the
Yes. Yes, madam. I think we are. Yeah, you can close that, madam. Close that phone.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, madam. Gayatri, madam.
Thank you. That's fine.
Sir actually had Miss Dr. Narayan Rao. There is a difference between Hotra and Homa, no? So you mentioned about that. Can you elaborate on that, sir? Dr. Narayan Rao?
Yes.
So there was a specific question about the difference between Homa and Havan, Yaga.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
can you explain that, sir?
Agnihotra is healing through fire. As we all know, Agni is fire and Hotra is healing. Agnihotra really means the healing power of fire. But then Homa is the process. And Agnihotra is part of Homa. And Homa, Yaga, Yajna, all these are synonymous. And we use these words very loosely, one for the other. So as far as the literature goes, this is how all the articles are written so far. But then normally Homa is for instance, Navagraha Homa. Only on those periods, now only in Navaratri period we do that, Durga Homa. So similarly, we have specific times, Rainitika Homa.
Okay.
Whereas the other yagas can be done and can be extended for a longer period also. For instance, there is one which they have done now, Vajipeya Mahasoma Yajna. They have done last week in Hyderabad, from 14th of December to 28th of December. So it's a 7-day yaga. Similarly, you have some yajnas, chainas, vajpayas, etc. Some run for 12 days, 40 days, and so on. So the period differs depending on the intention for which you are doing this particular yaga or homa.
Come back. Okay. Yeah, I think regarding we have been doing these Agnihotra workshops, and earlier it used to be offline. Now, because of pandemic, so we've just explored this option of doing an online session. There was one Mr. Srinivas Murthy and Mrs. Kokila Murthy, who attended the Agnihotra session last March 2020, March 16th, in fact, and they continuously practice the ritual without missing it for even once. So, Mr. Murthy is a mechanical engineer. He's a retired senior executive from HAL, and Mrs. Kokila Murthy incidentally had a surgery, an eye surgery, just a week prior, but she attended the session, and both of them have been continuously been practicing. She comes from a family of Ayurvedic physicians, and they shared that they experienced a positive change in the environment of their home, and also within their family after starting this ritual. And as a result, they don't miss the Agnihotra even once. So once you start understanding what are the benefits of it, you will start missing it. So it would not seem uh, uh, like a task. It would seem like you would want to do it every day. I would also like to request Abhishek Tunga to share his experience. Abhishek, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Yeah. Namaste all. Namaste to all the participants. I'm Abhishek Tunga here, founder of a visualization agency Turiya. And today here I'm representing my other company, Trai. At Trai, we are a group of professionals from diverse backgrounds who are dedicated towards the research, documentation, rejuvenation, and synergizing the long lost connection between our heritage and culture with immersive and interactive technology of AR and VR. When talking about cultural heritage and literature study, it's very important to know, document, and propagate the powerful rituals which our ancestors paved for us, doing hundreds of years of penance. Agnihotra is one of such very powerful technique I've come across and have been practicing doing the sadhana regularly. Apart from the environmental benefits, which has been discussed and many questions have been cleared by Dr. Narayana, I would also like to say a few points what I have noticed, like which you don't find it on a mainstream Agnihotra platforms anywhere on. But I've been noticing these things from my personal experiences and a few of my other friends who do this. It helps you to declassify your pineal gland or pituitary gland, like from fluoride contamination and from other toxins from your ENT region and Agnya. And it helps you to come out of any cravings or addiction. And as the fire, eyes, and liver are connected, like it helps liver to detox and rejuvenate. And as Agnihotra is a powerful tool, like it brings you out of confused state of mind and depression, and it removes the lethargy. And moreover, the best part is like if your intentions are pure and if it's right, the Agnihotra fire like helps you to amplify your manifestation to reality. It has personally worked for me, and I'd also suggest to all other participants to try for yourself. Like you would definitely love the experiences and the changes what you get from practicing the Agnihotra. You can feel the changes from the cellular level. So that's what like this is a small brief about my personal experiences doing the Agnihotra.
Okay, thank you so much, Abhishek. Thank you for sharing your experience. Next, we will be talking about how Agnihotra is related to Gau Samrakshana. So most of us are, very emotional when it comes to protection of cows, and so we all of us want to, in some way or the other, contribute to this movement of cow protection. So most people now understand that it is possible only if Gautam Rakshana is possible only if we move towards a Gau-centric economy and a Gau-centric living. That is, if we bring back, so earlier, all for years, thousands of years, cow has always, Gomata has always been central to our living and our lifestyle. But since we have moved away from this kind of a lifestyle, even there are a lot of health issues, mental issues. There are so many even environmental problems. So the if we move towards a gocentric economy, so it would be good for the entire society. So our Vrikshavar Foundation is having a goshala, is managing a goshala with around desi cow, with around 60 plus desi cows. So it is a one of a kind goshala with where cows are not tied. The cows are allowed to graze naturally, and grass fed. They're not tied and fed with grass. And most of these cows are rehabilitated. They're either aged, or they are somebody is unable to take care of them, and then they leave them here. So that's how it is. Even we have so many male calves which are kept in the goshala, so that people don't like to farmers. I mean, it's difficult for people to maintain male calves, so they can, instead of sending it to slaughterhouses, we have been taking care of these male calves as well. So we have started making few cow dung based products, and not milk based products, but cow dung based products, and we're promoting that to move towards cow, so to move towards a cow centric economy. So people who are interested can participate in such events. Not only our goshala, there are so many other goshalas which are doing that. So whichever is close to you, or whichever you feel connected to, kindly kindly help them in whichever way by being associated with it. Bindu, can you please talk about our cow feed, this Gograsa online event?
Sure, Shraddha, I will. All of us, unless we all have an intention to be part of this, this kind of a living, I'm sure we all would not have attended this program also. So this actually shows that all of us want to be part of it in some way or the other. So what we have actually done is we have a certain, we made this more easier. You can be part of our celebration in embracing the embracing the cows there. One is, you can of course come to our goshala, and you can see, you can have the feeling that the feeling of being with the cows itself brings us a lot of positivity. But this can also be done through online programs. Now we made it live, wherein, like, for example, on Fridays we have this puja that happens, the go puja that happens, and you can watch it live from your house. Of course, you're always welcome to come there also. And there's also a program in which we can celebrate your birthdays by being a part of this Samrakshana program that we are offering. And you can celebrate your anniversaries also by being with the cows. And there is also a drive, for example, for kids. When you're celebrating the birthday for the kids, it is also that we've also planned to have the number of trees planted, the same number of trees planted which a child is celebrating his or her birthday. Even that is also part of this. These are a few ways in which you can contribute in terms of taking this forward. This is a very nice way of being a part of Vriksha World Foundation, and it gives immense happiness to just see it, even from your computers. That is, and it is live. So this is a very unique way of celebrating.
Yes. So this is an initiative we recently started. So before pandemic, we used to perform Rudra Homa month on month, month on month in the Goshala. But after this, during this Corona, so since that program has not been happening, this online Gograsa event has been started. It's a cow feeding event. So families now these days are in different geographical locations. Parents are in Bangalore, children are in US, America, Germany, so in Europe. So they're in different places. So on a special occasion, so the entire family can get connected, and they can participate in the cow feeding programs. We feed the cows with grass, jaggery, banana, hindi, busa. So all these things. So this is a Friday event, and I mean this is something that we are doing. But in case you are, any other Goshala is close to your place or where you are living, so you can participate in that Goshala also. So by doing this, you can contribute towards the Gau Samrakshana. And in our Goshala, we have also started preparing products made of Gau. So we are exploring products like Agnihotra cakes. These are available with us, and eco diya sets. So these are ready to use Gomay diyas. So made of cow dung and even a cow. The ghee wick is also ready to use. Ghee wick is available. So for Tulsi Puja, it can be offered every day, and these diyas burn completely. It will not leave any residue, and the residue ash can be used for again for the plants. We are also started producing these organic stimulants. So something like Kanajivamrita, which is basically a manure in a layman's term. So these are some of the products that we are exploring. So we would really encourage and recommend that people start using cow dung based products uh, and for their in their life. And also we also have these Agnihotra kits that are available. It may be available online as well, but this is the kit the which is Agnihotra copper pyramid, a stand, a spoon, a fork. So basically 5 pieces of copper and also 50 pieces of cow dung cake and 100 ml A2 ghee. This is which is sourced from Raichur and paddy. So this is so all these have been put together in an Agnihotra kit, and a few of you have already ordered, and I hope you have received it. So if anybody requires it, so they can contact us and they can send a WhatsApp message, and they can pre-order the kit as well. So we are trying to fund our activities by conducting various programs and events. We also do these sapling plantation drives and seed ball workshops. So in case anybody wants to join hands or anybody would like to volunteer, they can always. We are very happy. We would be very happy that you can contact us. So on the lowermost part of the photo, this is the photo. So this is the lake, the artificial lake that has been created by rainwater harvesting. It's a 10-acre lake. So it has taken over almost 12 years to build this to this level. So by building an earthen dam, and so we conduct these musical events also, to promote cultural uh, aspect of our heritage in the Goshala. So that's it. So any other questions before we close? Uh, Deepa, any other questions from anybody? They can type it in the chat box. I think if you are out of time, Deepa, you can do. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Deepa, you can just we can just close it up with Shanti Mantra. So in case anybody has any other query or clarifications, you can write to us, or you can be the number was shared, so you can WhatsApp your query. You can be a part of the Agnihotra group as well, and we intend to do more such sessions in future. So you can also give your suggestions or any other comments. So thank you so much for being with us. Deepa, kindly take over.
Namaste. On behalf of Vriksha World Foundation, Trai, and Waves of Bharat, I would like to thank Mr. Narayan Rao for taking his time and sharing his research and his studies. So, which is so important to validate our ancient sciences in today's scenario. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Gayatri Vidyasagar for giving a wonderful demonstration of Agnihotra. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Uma Devi for answering queries and demonstrating about Agnihotra. Also, all the viewers and the participants who are here today and also on YouTube for your time and your support. And most importantly, to the entire Vriksha World Foundation family, the volunteers, the team members of Trai and Waves of Bharat, who have been working behind the scenes to make this session happen. Namaste. We would like to close this program today with a Shanti mantra. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Namaste to one and all.
Thank you, Deepa. Thank you.
So I would be ending the session right now. Sharda, if you can copy the chat box so that you can get back to everybody about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to save the chat for you?
Can you please? You can please share the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll download the chat.
Okay. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Deepa as well. So Deepa is joined us from California, and it's been 3:30 early morning, but she's joined. She's joined us. Thank you so much, Deepa.
Thank you. I'll be stopping the YouTube session right now.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಗೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ.
Okay. Thank you. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. Thank you.